It's not like you pour water and dry it. What is dry here? Sir? What is dry? Sometimes you'll say, wow, the lecture is so dry. I'm so tired. What does it mean? It's so boring. Okay, it's so boring. There's nothing interesting about the whole thing. It's so dry. Okay, so make sure if you do your presentation, it shouldn't be dry. So what must you do? Make some adjustments to your presentation. And your materials should be used within the time constraint. Never make your audience go more than what they should do. Yeah, if we say it's 2 hours, 2 hours. Do not go more than 2 hours. Because most of the time when we say akhir kata, before you even say the next word, people pack their bags. Okay? When you say finally, people carry the bag. Okay? But sometimes, some speakers will say, akhir kata, saya mengucapkan. Tapi sebelum itu, so what happens? You have ended your presentation, you restart a new presentation sebelum itu. And it goes on for the next 5 minutes. Then, akhir kata sekali lagi, you have a double conclusion. Okay? So, be very careful within the time constraint. Material limitation, make sure if you do presentations, you have enough materials. Okay? With materials, it can help us. Sometimes when we do presentation, if we do not have the LCD, we do not have the screen, it's you and me, we find that it's quite disturbing at times because the focus is me. Okay? You'll be looking at me all the time, and wherever I move, you'll be looking at me. So it will be disturbing for the presenter. If you have materials, for example, the LCD, I can direct your attention to the screen. Okay? You hear my voice, you look at the screen. I say examples, you look at the screen. Okay? So that's how it works. So when we have materials, we have what types of materials? Materials can come in different forms, yeah? Now, let us structure the oral presentation. Must reflect clarity and smoothness and be systematic. So, if we have our content ready, make sure you have how many points? If you say, my presentation will focus on 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is always good to tell the audience, I'm going to talk about 5 things today. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So people will know this is coming, this is coming. Okay? Now, why must we have a structure? It will retain, it will increase the attention span of the audience. The audience, if they are there for that particular purpose, they will know, okay, first I want to listen to why we must use safety belt in the car. Okay, 1. What happens during an accident? So they will take note. Okay, taking into account our audience cannot stay up for too long, especially if the audience are adults. Okay, adults concentration time a little bit longer than the children. If children can sit down and listen to you for 10 minutes, it's very good. Adults maybe 15 minutes. The 16th minute, something will happen. Okay? What is it? They'll get bored. They start doing their own things. They start talking to their friends. Those are the signals that you as the presenter should watch out. The moment you see that happen, start doing something to your presentation. Okay? Basic procedure. I have mentioned earlier, tell the audience what you want to do. Okay? What you want to do. Tell them of the content. Summarize the main points. Okay, in a presentation, do not have too many ideas. Have a limitation of 3 to 6, for example. Each idea to be introduced, arranged, and concluded. You talk about one idea, discuss, conclude. Go to the second idea, discuss, and conclude. Yeah, not too many. You must have main ideas. Bring your audience along. Okay, if you talk about some issues, start from something easy that they understand to something more complex. something that they know to something that they do not know. So you move from the known to the unknown. Okay, so that you do not throw them into the deep end. Suddenly, if you're a person who does not know how to swim, what must you do? What must we do to teach them how to swim? Number one, water confidence. Get them to be confident that water is okay. One. Number two, get them to float. You don't suddenly throw them, there you go, in the middle of the pool. What happens? Either they go down or they go nowhere. Okay? So, take them through the sequence carefully. Outlining the material, okay? We can use these ideas here, okay? Webbing, you know what webbing is? This is a skill that we use in learning, yeah? We can do webbing, we can do mapping. Have you heard of mind mapping? Have you heard of mind mapping? Have you heard of brainstorming? Brainstorming is question, answers. I ask, you respond, and we do certain things, okay? Like listing, clustering, and so on. Writing down presentation, okay? Just like your assignments, you have an assignment of written work, okay? It is always advisable if you write down your presentation, or even if you write your slides, be simple, okay? Be simple. Make it short. Make it short, style of writing, and acceptable grammar, meaning have as little grammatical errors as possible, because people will tend to, they do not like when our language is full of grammatical errors, especially those who are quite good with the language. Okay? Now, questions? Anyone? Are we okay? Are we here together? Yes? Okay, we are still at Damansara. Eh? Right, now, for presentation, we need visual aids. Tell me why we need visual aids. I've spoken quite a while on visual aids. Say something about why we need visual aids. You know what is visual aids? Alat pandang. This is a visual aid. What is this? What is this? Come on, what is this? This is a piece of paper. Okay, if I talk about paper, this is my visual aid. This is a piece of paper. The color of the paper is white. Is this white? Yes, okay, so this is visual aids. White and paper. Now the children will know, oh, that is paper and that is white. Okay? Now, what is this? What is this? A pair of spectacles. Okay? A pair of spectacles. Do you know what it is for? So now you have a pair of spectacles. This is called a realia. Alat yang nyata, something real. Okay? So we can also bring it into the classroom. Now, the need for visual aids to enhance the audience comprehension of subject matter. If I talk about what can we discuss? For example, if I talk about the spread of H1N1 recently, okay? If I talk to you, you are not in the medical line, and I start telling you about H1N1, you cannot capture the picture, all right? But if I show you slides of how H1N1 came about and the spread of H1N1 throughout the world and what happens in Malaysia through pictures, through charts, through tables, it will make you understand better. Am I right? Yes, okay, thank you. Help the audience to be more focused. So if you have visuals, they will look at the visuals. If you have pictures, they will look at the pictures. Okay? It will help you in your presentation.